The 2025 NFL Draft was full of surprises, and one of the most intriguing came from the Chicago Bears. While much of the spotlight was focused on their high-profile offensive picks, tight end Colston Loveland and wide receiver Luther Burden III. Third, there was another selection that raised a few eyebrows in the fourth round, linebacker Ruben Hyppolite II. Hyppolite's selection by the Bears wasn't exactly expected. The linebacker, coming off a strong collegiate career at the University of Maryland, wasn't widely projected to go so high in the draft. But Chicago's decision to take him reflects a broader strategic move that may pay off in the long term. With the departure of Jack Sanborn and the influx of new defensive coordinator Dennis Allen, the Bears saw something in Hyppolite that could inject new energy into their linebacker core. The numbers don't lie, a defensive presence at Maryland. Over his final 2 seasons in Maryland, Hyppolite established himself as a key defensive leader, amassing 132 tackles, 3 passes defended, 1 sack, and 1 interception. He was a force against the run and displayed a unique ability to read offenses, constantly finding ways to get his hands on the ball. His numbers might not have been eye-popping in comparison to some of the top linebackers in the draft, but they showed consistency, determination, and, most importantly, the potential for growth in the NFL. For a linebacker with Hyppolite's skill set, a solid college resume could be enough to get noticed. However, it wasn't just his on-field production that stood out, it was his relentless work ethic during interviews and workouts that turned heads. NFL teams value character, and Hyppolite's pro day was a showcase of his physical abilities, commitment, and readiness to make the leap to the pros. In short, he proved to scouts that he had done everything necessary to earn a shot. "I knew I handled my business in the draft interviews and my pro day," Hyppolite explained on the CHEO Bears podcast. "I was going to be in play to go in the round. It was just a matter of when and where." The moment it all came together, by the time the 4th round of the draft rolled around, Hyppolite was well aware that he had done everything possible to put himself in a position to be selected. However, he still had to wait, watching as other linebackers with similar skill sets came off the board. The tension was palpable. Would his name be called? Would Chicago be the team to take a chance on him? "I started seeing the run happen, and I got that call from Chicago, which was one of my best visits I took," Hyppolite recalled, his excitement clear as he spoke about the pivotal moment. "And we're here now, by the grace of God." That phone call from Chicago represented more than just a draft pick. It was the culmination of years of hard work, preparation, and belief in his own abilities. Hyppolite had no illusions about how hard the road ahead would be, but he also understood that this was his opportunity. The Bears were offering him a shot to prove himself, and he was ready to take it. A new beginning in Chicago, a linebacker core in transition. Joining the Chicago Bears linebacker group was no small feat, especially with veterans like TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmunds already firmly entrenched as leaders. But the loss of Jack Sanborn left a noticeable gap, and Hyppolite's arrival could provide an opportunity for him to secure significant playing time as a rookie. In fact, his biggest challenge may not be about earning a spot on the roster, but fighting for playing time in a crowded linebacking core. "I'm coming in with a chip on my shoulder," Hyppolite said, aware of the competitive nature of the situation. "I know there's competition with guys like Noah Sewell and Amen Ogbongbemiga, but I'm ready to compete. I'm here to show what I can do." Hyppolite's main competition for snaps will likely come from Sewell and Ogbongbemiga, 2 players who have yet to truly establish themselves as full-time contributors to the defense. Sewell, with his physicality and athleticism, has the tools to compete for a starting role, while Ogbongbemiga is still looking to carve out his place on the depth chart. The addition of Hyppolite means that the competition for linebacker spots just became one of the most intriguing storylines heading into training camp. In a defense that is still searching for its identity under the leadership of Dennis Allen, Hyppolite brings a unique skill set. He's fast, he's versatile, and he's hungry to prove himself. Whether he's asked to fill a rotational role or fight for a starting position, the Bears believe he has what it takes to contribute right away. His performance in camp will be crucial, but the opportunity is there for him to seize. The big picture. What Hyppolite can bring to the Bears. Hyppolite is not just a traditional linebacker, he's a dynamic presence who can play multiple roles within the defense. Whether it's as either